Welcome everyone, this is Clone Alpha. Today I have the round 1 from CIDC 4. I'm up against Hymne at the top of your screen playing Light Water Darkness Hydro Hurricane, and I'm at the bottom of your screen playing Water Darkness Aggro. It looks like I'm gonna be having a Spinning Terror on turn 2. That's Hymne's list right there. Yeah, he's only playing 2 Miraculous Snares, but he's playing a Spiral Gate instead of the 3rd Miraculous Snare, which is better against Spin Slicer because it can bounce it back to hand, where otherwise Miraculous Snare wouldn't be able to deal with Spin Slicer at all. Here I'm charging the Spin Slicer because I don't have an Evolution Bait, and yeah, unfortunately I just draw an Evolution Bait, but that's okay. Yeah, Melia for turn 3 and Spinning Terror breaking the first shield. Here we have a Halavolysys. I'm gonna summon another Melnia, and yeah, next turn I can go for Lucky Ball and apply more pressure, unless he discards it. He uses Miraculous Snare on one of the Melnias. Actually, he uses it on Spinning Terror, which is interesting. I would assume I'd want to get rid of Melnia because it's unblockable. I am actually thinking about charging Aquahulcus, but I'm also thinking about holding on to it, because summoning Aquahulcus is pretty good. So yeah, I take another shield with Melnia. Unfortunately, he gets Giga Balls out of shields, which discards the Aquahulcus. I'm still thinking I'm in a good position with the Spiral Gate and the Jewel Spider. I can bounce whatever blocker he will summon next turn. Nah, he just casts Clamp to get rid of my hands and crushes the Giga Balsa. I draw into it a Crystal Spin Slicer, which is a brick in my hand, unless I see an Evolution Bait for it. Plays Corpse Charger to get back Halavolysys. Okay, so he has a Miraculous Snare. Interesting. Here I'm looking at his list and I see he only has 1 Clamp and 1 Lost Soul, so the Lost Soul is in charge and he already used the Clamp, so I'm feeling pretty safe about holding onto the cards in my hand. If I draw into an Evolution Bait for Spin Slicer, I can charge the Spiral Gate and summon it instantly. He summons a Giga Balsa to discard the Spin Slicer and the Halavolysys, which would have been really nice this turn, as I could have summoned the Melnia and evolve it straight away. Now he plays a Halavolysys and uses Hydro Hurricane to bounce the Melnia. and 2 mana. Decides to give me the lucky ball again. This turn I summon Aquaguard and Melnia. If he doesn't have an answer for Melnia, he's lost. He has another Hydro Hurricane to bounce my field and two things in my mana zone. And yeah, it all comes down if he top decks an answer for Melnia, and he doesn't, so I take game 1. Now we go into game 2 where he gets to start. I don't think I wanna charge the lucky ball. Okay, so I do charge it. Interesting. Yeah, well, I'm assuming I will draw one of the evolutions at some point. Yeah, I cannot go in with Spinning Terror yet because that Laura Giga is at 4000 power. Now he plays Cranium Clamp, so I discard Jewel Spider and Spiral Gate. And now I bounce the Palolysis with Unicorn Fish. Which allows me, yeah. Unfortunately he does get a Terror Pit to kill the Aquavolcus. And yeah, he seems to be in a pretty good position. I'm hoping to draw Paladin at some point. Now he even has Petrova to boost 2 blockers. And now this looks pretty bad for me because he has the Mistrias on the field, and I don't think I want to play anything to have him draw cards with Mistrias. Instead I will just slow down a bit and hope I draw into Crystal Paladin at some point. I refuse to play into that Mistrias and have him draw more cards. Plays Crystal Memory, likely getting either a Snare or a Palolysis. I only play 1 copy of Crystal Paladin in this version, which is enough to steal games from Hydro Hurricane. Sometimes when he shows up, it's just enough to make this matchup 50-50. That's why I don't play more than 1. Here I'm not sure if I want to summon the 2 creatures. I'm kind of tempted to, not gonna lie. And yeah, I decide to summon the 2 creatures to put more pressures on the field. Now I have 7 attackers while he has only 2 blockers and 4 shields. And if he doesn't have any shield trigger, I can have game this turn. But he needs to have no Holio and no Terror Pit, or spiral gate in shields. So yeah, I have to take the chance here. Now I just need to think which creature I want to swing with first. And I think I want to swing with Duel Spider. And yeah, I go in with Duel Spider first. He blocks, which allows me to take a card from my shields. Next I go with Locomotiver, and now I have to pray he doesn't have any shield triggers. Unfortunately for me, there was a Holio right in the second shield, so really unfortunate there. If that Holio was in one of the last shields, I might have stood a chance now. Plays Gigaballs, discarding the Akohulkus. And snares the one Melia I played. And even has a Bilex, and now all of a sudden it looks like he's in a much better position. He can clear so many creatures. Clear Spinning Terror with Petrova, and now he can clear a second one. And then he kills two more creatures with his blockers. I'm playing a Propeller. Plays Palulyssis, and now if he has Hydro Hurricane, he can pretty much go for game. Yeah, that Spiral Gate is gonna buy me one turn maybe, but that's not enough to do anything, so yeah, we're going to game 3. And it looks like I am gonna have a turn 2 Crystal Spin Slicer while I'm on the play, which looks pretty good. I do break into the Spiral Gate, and if this Spiral Gate was a Miraculous Snare instead, that Spin Slicer would have still been on the field, wreaking havoc. Now I summon Palulyssis, and I can play Lucky Ball for 2 more creatures. And then this looks like a very good position for me at this point. Now he summons another Palulyssis, and I don't see him to have any of my bounce cards, unfortunately. So I don't think I want to attack with Spin Slicer into a 5000 power Marrows. So I play another Lucky Ball and an Aqua Guard, and hope I draw into paladin or some bounce. The bounce card would have been really nice this turn. He does snipe one of my Melias with a Gigabalza. I do draw into a bounce card now, which I could use to bounce one of the Palolysis. It would have been so good if this Paralgate came into my hand 2 turns ago. Pretty unlikely to not draw into a bounce card or the Paladin after in the first almost 20 cards in the deck. So yeah, I bounce the Palolysis and summon a Milnia. And he accepts the shield, and I'm not gonna go in with Lucky Ball because he's just going to die. Now he has a Palolysis and a Miraculous Nerf for the Milnia, which is pretty unfortunate for me. I do discard a Cranium Clamp now, and he still has too many blockers for me at this point. Plays a Crystal Memory here. Probably searching for Hydro Hurricane. I do have the Locomotiver in hand to discard it, however, which is pretty good. I think Hymne is checking what his last shield is. He will either grab a Mistrias or a Hydro Hurricane. And I'm really hoping I can draw into a Spiral Gate or Unicorn Fish or Crystal Paladin in the next turns, so I can apply more pressure. He's really taking his time searching his deck. Okay, so he doesn't take Hydro Hurricane, he just takes another blocker, which is fair. Here I'm gonna summon the Propeller Mutant and just pass the turn, and then hold on to the Locomotiver for when he has a card in hand I can discard. Oh, and unfortunately for me he does draw into a Holio. Yeah, now we can kill a bunch of stuff. Kills the Aqua Guard. And the Propeller Mutant, and now it can even crush his Gigaballs into the Locomotiver, leaving me with only 3 attackers. Here I can't. I'm not sure why I passed the turn here, because I could have used Spiral Gate to bounce one of my Lucky Balls a bit sooner than this. Yeah, and that's what I do. Now he plays another Hydro Hurricane, bouncing 4 mana, and the 2 Lucky Balls. And yeah, we're back on 2 mana. Here I'm gonna play a Melia, and I hope he doesn't draw into an answer for it. At this point I think my only out is to either get Paladin uncontested or Melnia's uncontested. Now he does get Hydro Hurricane, which will bounce pretty much all my mana next turn. But I do play the Locomotiver to snipe it out of his hand. And here I could go in, but I'm not sure if I want to just yet. Because then he can just... yeah, he takes out a shield, but... yeah, it's tough. Plays Gigaballs, taking out the Crystal Spin Slicer. And now I think I'm just gonna play Lucky Ball just to fish for Crystal Paladin. Or another Melia. Yeah, I'm not going to it with Melia because I would rather have 2 of them on the field so I can go for lethal. And I bounce the Mystery Ass and play another Lucky Ball, really digging for that Paladin here. But I just don't seem to see it. I've already seen only 2 Melnias, so I was also hoping I would at least draw into a second Melnia to kind of threaten lethal with them if I don't see the Paladin. But I don't even seem to see the other 2 Melnias. I've only seen 2 of them so far. Yeah, the pressure is pretty high for both of us. For him, a top deck Hydro Hurricane will likely lose his game, and for me, the top deck Lost Soul or Hydro Hurricane will make me lose my game, so yeah. He does play back the Mistrias. And here I'm actually, I don't know if I want to keep digging for Paladin or if I want to spam the field with creatures. I could try to spam the field with creatures, but yeah, I'm not sure. Unicorn Fish bouncing the Mistrias into Aquahulcos could be a good play. So yeah, I play the Aquahulcos here. And I could play two 2-drop creatures here, so to have like 8 attackers against his 6 blockers. And then I can have Unicorn Fish and Insta Spin Slicer next turn. But then I give him like 2 more cards to draw, and he will likely get Hydro Hurricane or Lost Soul, and yeah. It's a tough decision here, especially with the Mistrias on the field. And for some reason I decide to only bounce the Mistrias. I should have done that first if I wanted to go for that game plan. And now I decide to take out the last shield with Melia, which is interesting. And that's a Terror Pit, which kills the Spin Slicer. Now if I didn't summon the Unicorn Fish, I would have had like 6 creatures on the field. Unfortunately, he does have Hydro Hurricane, so that's gonna bounce 3 of my creatures and 5 cards from the mana zone. Now it's gonna bounce, yeah, those 5 cards in the mana zone and trade these Giga Balza into the Melia. But yeah, it's still, there is a chance that Paladin might be in the deck. If it's in the shields, however, this game is as good as lost. And yeah, I have to play Aquahulcos here and even draw a card. I'm thinking if I wanna draw a card or not. And yeah, I kinda have to. I have to draw the Paladin if it's still in the deck before he Lost Souls me. And yeah, it's just a Duel Spider. And I'm still yet to see the other two Melnias as well, not just the Paladin. He has the Terror Pit for the Aquahulkus. Now I have to play Lucky Ball and Aqua Guard, and then just hope that the last card I can draw without losing is Crystal Paladin. And yeah, it all comes down to if the last card I draw is Paladin or not. If he has a Hydro Hurricane again, which I don't think he does, he used quite a few of them already. He does have the Snare for the Aquahulkus. Okay, he has... oh, well, in that case, there's no hope for me even if the last card I draw is Paladin. And the Paladin was in the shield, so yeah. Unfortunate that the Paladin was in shields and he had the answer for Melias every time they showed up. But yeah, until next time, see ya.